everyone, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a day in the life kind of routine, just a general day in the life with a 27-month-old toddler and a nearly 5-month-old baby. So our day starts anywhere between 6:30 and 7:30 a.m. and as you've seen in previous videos, I always just go straight downstairs to make Ruben's bottle, so he will have an 8-ounce bottle at this time. Then I also just get a little beaker of just cold milk for my toddler. He likes to have this in the morning. And the reason we still use a baby beaker for him is because I found it's the only one that doesn't leak all over the bed if he leaves it upside down. So then while my husband is changing our toddler's nappy and getting him out of bed, I'm going to do the same for Ruben in his nursery. So just give him a quick nappy change. I'm not going to get either of the boys dressed at this point because Joel will get all messy when he has his breakfast, and I usually get Ruben dressed after his first early morning nap. So yeah, I'm literally just going to change his nappy and then we're going to go back into our bedroom and I will feed him in our bed.
You don't have to do one single thing. You don't know how much I want you. Just looking at you makes my whole world spin. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon.
So it's now about 7:15 and yeah, we're just sat in our bed with his big brother and he's just having his milk and his big brother is watching cartoons on CBeebies. So we just kind of tend to stay here really till Joel's due his breakfast and then we will head downstairs.
We can spend all day in bed.
So it's now just gone 8 o'clock and I've just come downstairs to make Joel's breakfast. So he's having porridge, which he has most mornings to be honest. So I'm just going to do some porridge for him now, and Ruben's just sat in his little mamas and papas seat, which he loves. Then once Joel's porridge is ready, I'm just going to go and pop it on the dining table for him. He's currently sat in the lounge watching some more CBeebies. But yeah, I'm going to go and pop this on the dining table for him and then go back and get Ruben and sit him in his little seat at the dining table as well, just so he can sit with us and have some company. It's now 9:15. Joel's just done a poo after breakfast, so I'm just changing him and I'm going to get him dressed at this point as well. We've got Playgroup this morning because we go every Monday, so we have to leave the house about 20 to 10. So I'm just going to get myself and both the boys ready now. So Steve left for work a while ago, so I'm just going to sit Joel downstairs watching some cartoons while I quickly pop upstairs and put Ruben down for his first nap. So he goes down any time between sort of 8 and 9, depending on what time he's woken up that morning. It's now 9:15 and I'm obviously just putting him down now. Before Ruben's naps, I always close the blind, put the white noise on, and he goes down in his cot, which obviously he's not in overnight just yet, but he always goes in here for naps now rather than the Moses basket downstairs. So I put him in here in his sleepy head, just so it's a bit cozier, and cover him with the blanket. And he does like to have a comforter or a muslin to settle, but I obviously go back in and remove that once he's asleep. So he will now sleep anywhere from half an hour to an hour. So this is my chance to go and get ready for the day. Before I start getting ready, I'm just going to quickly have a tidy up of our bedroom, make the bed, pick up any toys and bottles that have been left in here, because obviously it just turns into a mess as we've been sat in here this morning with both boys. So I'm just going to have a quick tidy up now. And once it's all done, it just makes me feel so much better and ready for the day once the bed is made and all of the toys are packed away. So then I just quickly had a shower, got myself dressed and ready for the day, shoved my hair up in the famous mum claw clip because let's face it, that's all I'm going to get time to do. And now Ruben is up from his nap. It's just gone 9:30, so I've just got him dressed and in a second we are going to head out to Playgroup. In case you're wondering, while I'm putting Reuben down for a nap and getting myself ready, Joel is usually in the lounge the whole time, and I've got a monitor on so I can keep an eye on him. If he's not downstairs, he'll play in his room, usually independently, but that's what I do to solve that issue. So I'm just going to quickly leave the boys in the lounge while I make Reuben's bottle to take with us to Playgroup, because he has a feed anywhere between 10 and half 10 usually. So he's going to have another 8 ounces, and it's just easier for me to make up the bottle because he's due it pretty much as soon as we get to Playgroup. So it's just better if I make it up rather than have to make it when we get there. So it's just all ready to go when he wants it. Then also this morning, I'm just going to pop a little bit of cowpole into Reuben's bottle because he's actually just cut his first 2 teeth on the bottom, which I'm really surprised about because he's not even 5 months yet. And Joel didn't cut his first tooth till he was nearly 7 months. So obviously there's not a lot I can give him before the age of 6 months. So I find cowpole works best anyway. So I've just popped it in his bottle. And now I've put the boys in the car. I've grabbed myself a banana because I've had no breakfast this morning. And I'm just going to pop the changing bag in the car. As my little boy's in the car, I'm ready to go to Playgroup, extended rear facing for my toddler always. I will be keeping him that way for a good while. And yeah, off we go to Playgroup. So he absolutely loves this Playgroup. We go and meet one of our friends here with her little boys, her 2 little boys, every Monday. And it's on for an hour and a half. They get snacks and everything as well. And I love it because they have bouncers that I can put Reuben in, and my friend can put her baby in as well. So I actually find it easier getting out of the house with 2 kids because it just means that you're not constantly trying to entertain them at home, and it just breaks up the day. So this definitely helps to break up our Monday morning a little bit. And 12, and we've just got back from Playgroup. Reuben was threatening to have a nap, so I brought him in his car seat, but I don't think he's actually going to fall asleep in here now. So I'm going to quickly make Joel's lunch, try and keep Reuben awake, and then try and get them both down for a nap at the same time, so I get a little bit of time to myself. So Joel's just got a cheese toastie, some fruit, cucumber and some carrot puffs for lunch today, and he's just going to sit here and watch the window cleaner who's just come around to do our windows. And Reuben ended up getting quite aggy in his bouncer because he's obviously ready for a nap. So I'm just going to sit here with Joel and hold Reuben at the same time. So now it's about 12:30 and I've just brought Reuben upstairs for his second nap of the day. And then straight after that, I'm going to go and put Joel down for his nap as well. And hopefully both boys will settle and my plan will go to plan. So that's both boys finally down, so I'm just going to pop into the kitchen and make myself a cheese toastie for lunch and try and eat it before Reuben wakes up. That's the one thing that I miss about just having a toddler. Joel was always guaranteed to nap for about 2 hours, so I knew how much time I would get to myself. Obviously, having a baby and a toddler, Reuben will only usually nap for about half an hour at the moment, so I only get about half an hour to myself, but at least I get that, so I definitely can't complain. So now it's 1:30 and Reuben has just woken up, so obviously a bit earlier than Joel, and it's a bit too early for his 2 o'clock feed, so we're just going to sit downstairs and chill and maybe sing some songs, pull funny faces at him, just try and entertain him. We'll have a little chat and just chill here really and have some playtime till Big Brother wakes up. So now it's just gone 2 o'clock. Reuben's been getting a bit aggy, as you saw in the last clip, so I'm coming in to make his bottle. He has this any time between 2 and 2:30. I just kind of follow his lead, and obviously if he's getting hungry, he can have it at 2. If some days he'll wait till 2:30, it all just depends. So again, I'm giving him another 8 ounces, and I try and feed him just before I get Joel up from his nap, because then if we want to go out for the afternoon, we can literally then just go. We're We're just going to do some dancing around the kitchen while we wait for his bottle to be made because he is quite hungry and irritable, so I'm just trying to keep him occupied. Before we know it, it's 2:30 and it's time for Joel to get up. He is like an actual teenager at the moment, refusing to get up from his naps, but I'll just give him a few minutes to wake up and he'll come downstairs when he's ready. So now I've got both boys in the buggy. Joel's had a drink and a snack, and we are going to head out to the post office and then to the park.
We won't be scared.
You will see me flying high. I'm staring into your blue eyes. We don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too. I've been saving you. You save me too. Yeah, I need it. Don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and save you.
Reuben has recently started going in the swing with Joel, which I think is really cute. Obviously he can't sit up yet, so I do have to be careful and can't push him too high, but he absolutely loves it, so at least he can actually do something at the park now and he's not just stuck in the buggy. Joel just loves to race at the moment, so we're just going to race around down all the hills at the park and then head home. Just got home, and again Reuben tends to fight his last nap at 4 o'clock if we are out and about. I don't know why, he's just not really a baby that naps very easily in the buggy anymore. So I've put the white noise machine on his buggy just to see if he'll drop off in the hallway, but I don't think he's going to, so I might have to get him up in a minute. So I've just decided to do some painting with Joel because that's what he wanted to do this afternoon before dinner. So yeah, Reuben didn't nap, so I've just done some mess-free painting for him. So it's just a bit of paper in a Ziploc bag with a few squirts of paint, and he can just kind of mush it all around. And yeah, he seems to be enjoying it. It's the first time we've tried it with him. But Joel used to love this when he was a baby. So it just keeps them both occupied for a little bit during that horrible gap between nap time and dinner time. So now it's 4:45 and I'm coming in to start Joel's dinner because I have to take Reuben up for bed at 5:30. So I need Joel to be fed before I do that because Steve won't be home till about 6:30. So he's having a freezer tea tonight because me and Steve are going to eat later. So he's just got fish fingers, alphabet, potato, letters, and I've got some baked beans to use up. So he's having those instead of veg. Reuben's just getting a little bit aggy, so while Joel's dinner is cooking, we're all just going to sit on the sofa, watch some TV on YouTube, usually something digger related, and just wait for Joel's dinner to be ready. So it's kitchen dancing again because Reuben did not want me to be sitting still with him. This is the time of day that I find really hard if I'm on my own with both of them because, yeah, it's just hard not having anyone to hand the baby over to while you try and do your toddler's dinner. But his dinner is now finally ready. So like I said, very much a freezer tea tonight, but he does have to have this 2 or 3 times a week, unfortunately. So I'm going to pop Reuben in his bouncer while I sit at the table with Joel and he has his dinner. So while Joel's just having his yoghurt for dessert, I'm going to pop into the kitchen and make Reuben's bedtime 8-ounce bottle. And he hasn't had any Calpol since his 10 a.m. bottle this morning. So I'm just going to pop a little bit into his bedtime bottle. And then hopefully it will help him settle a bit better at bedtime because his teeth are obviously hurting him. Now I'm just going to get Joel settled on the sofa with a drink and some digger programs, and I'm going to take Reuben up to bed. Again, I've got a baby monitor to keep an eye on Joel downstairs, but unfortunately this is what I have to do because I'm on my own with them for most bedtimes. So we're going to do Ruben's bath, bottle and bed, settle him, and then I'm going to move on and settle Joel. So it's like a conveyor belt, but that's just what we do. And then we get up and we do it all again tomorrow. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one.